Manny, do you realize we've been doing Memorial Cooking Innovations for 5 years now?
5 years, Tim. Time
Yep.
flies.
Yep.
Time flies when you're having fun and cooking.
Yep.
And you know what, Tim?
What?
We had a lot of fun.
We have had a lot of fun. And a lot of different foods, too. Moroccan tagine beef, South American chimichurri sauce, Italian Christmas gnocchi. And who would have thought to use Costa Rican coffee for this pork loin?
And you know, as a matter of fact, I told you I was going to surprise you for dinner.
Yeah.
And guess what? I did one of your favorite ones.
Great surprise.
Which the thing about you or a dietitian is that we work so well together.
Yeah.
And we can combine these flavors, yet trying to keep it as original as possible, and yet eat it a little healthier.
You're incredible, man. Here's to changing the world one bite at a time.
You use that a lot, Tim?
Well, actually, I brought a mortar and pestle, and
I got a few coriander seeds, okay?
Okay,
We're not going
all
to
right.
do much.
you know, people may not know mortar and pestle, but
You know,
put
this
the amount of
black
pepper you
peppercorn,
want.
you could use, if you don't have whole black pepper, don't worry about it. Use table ground.
And I'm going to
use,
put this
you know,
where we can see
show,
what I'm
yeah.
doing. You know, a mortar and pestle is one of those items that you learn to use, and it's a good kitchen item to have because it's just very useful for grinding things. Now you won't use it all the time, but when you need one, there's just nothing better. Notice how it doesn't use any electricity. I'm burning calories as I'm grinding these peppercorns and coriander.
You're doing a great job there, Tim.
And this is gonna make a very good.
Marinade, actually, what we're going to do with it.
Okay, there you go.
That's beautiful. Here, I have some nice pork loin.
Okay.
Okay, Tim? Got some nice pork loin. What we're going to do is we're going to season this up real good. Let me put them all three together.
Mm-hmm.
One for me, one for you, one for Randy.
Okay.
You know, Randy always tells us he enjoys coming to do this show.
He loves to film this show.
Because you know what? We eat right after this.
You know,
right?
it's not everybody that gets this kind of benefit.
No.
Right, Randy?
So
right.
here we go.
Okay,
He's
so
nodding.
here's your-
Yes, that's
here's
the
your
way
vinegar.
it is. A little
Okay.
vinegar, right? It calls for a little wine. I got a
Yep.
little wine here, Tim.
Okay.
So we're going to put a little wine on there as well.
Okay.
All right. Now,
So basically, you're creating a marinade, is what you're doing.
guess what I need?
What?
A little coffee beans.
Oh, okay.
This
well,
is the fun
then-
part of it.
Then we need to grind some coffee
We need,
beans.
if you don't mind, would you
Okay.
grind me some? I
Yep.
saw you brought the coffee grinder.
I did. Okay, so I ground this earlier.
Wait, I thought that was
Margarine.
margarine.
You know, what do you do with those leftover margarine containers? Well, they're a good thing to store ground coffee. Smell.
Oh, that is smell. That
That's
smells
good.
awesome.
And so I ground this
If you don't mind,
earlier.
I am gonna.
Yeah, ground this earlier, and then I'm going to grind you some more later when we brew. And
Beautiful.
so we'll talk about about grinding coffee. But for now,
You know, I was telling a couple of my staff
yeah,
that we were gonna do a coffee thing,
yeah.
and he says, "What about decaf?"
Well, you know, the coffee benefits that I was talking about, it's not the caffeine that causes the benefit, because the studies show that decaf coffee, you get the same benefit as regular coffee. So for those of you who aren't drinking caffeinated coffee, you get the same benefits.
You're good.
Okay?
Okay, so I'm gonna make sure it's all very marinated. Now the recipe is pretty simple.
Yeah.
We wanna do this early, kind of let it sit in the refrigerator, cool down, and get
Marinate.
marinate, get those flavors.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we're gonna do right now.
Okay?
All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna throw this in the refrigerator for just a few minutes.
Okay.
You know, we recommend it to sit at least an hour or so, but
Okay.
keep turning it, you know, maybe every 15, 20, every time you decide to do something else, go ahead and go to the refrigerator and just turn it over.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to place this while you and I talk.
Part of the fun of Memorial Cooking Innovations is developing our own recipes. We're like food explorers.
You know, we had fun developing this one for the Lufkin High School culinary class.
You know, the students really got into that show, didn't they?
They did. Now we're going to do the fruited citrus salad dressing. How's that?
Okay, and I want to ask Allie Massengale to come help us. Allie, come join us for just a minute. So tell us about this citrus fruited dressing.
Okay, this is that time that you and I came up with what are we going to do this
Come on
month.
up here, Allie.
Try to introduce fresh fruit
Yeah.
into a salad and
good flavors.
Yeah.
So we came up with, and let me tell you, class, we took a bunch of stuff out and we just started playing with it, and we came up with the most wonderful salad because you can taste all the flavors to it. And basically, it's going to have some grapes, it's going to have some oranges, some cranberry, some apple. So I got it right over here, and I've got Ashley to help me out with this. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab these grapes, and we're going to cut them in quarter, okay? Just be very careful, and we're going to go ahead and throw them in here, okay? We're just going to grab a few. Here's some of that.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and cut that off.
Go ahead and quarter some grapes for us, Allie. In this salad, you've got you have a lot more ingredients, and actually, this is actually the dressing with all the ingredients, and so we're going to put this complex dressing on a very simple salad. So you want to just serve this like on a lettuce wedge?
On a lettuce wedge or a nice tossed salad, whatever you have available at home. So, but we're going to do a lettuce wedge this time because it's so good.
But as opposed
Refreshing.
to putting it on a salad with a lot of different ingredients, like this might go better on just a lettuce wedge rather than like a spring mixed greens. Would you agree with that?
I agree with you.
Because all your ingredients and your variety are in the dressing.
The orange. We're going to go ahead and peel the orange. Just like Tim was talking about, make sure that the side is flat so it doesn't roll over. And then we're just going to twist kind of guide yourself with the white. And then you just guide yourself like that.
You know, you hang around this guy long enough and you really get a lot better at cooking. I was fixing something for my daughter Claire, and she said, "Dad, you're really getting a lot better at your cooking."
Now, have you ever went to the store and you wonder, how do they peel those oranges one segment at a time? The way they grab it is just like this. So what you're going to do is you grab your little paring knife, and you're going to go at an angle, each one. You see that?
So you're actually getting in between the segments there.
Exactly. So that'll be yours. Just be very careful, okay?
Okay, and so in foods, one of the things that we all know to appreciate is flavor. You know, it's one of the things that we think it's like the only thing we appreciate. But Allie, what would be some other things that you would appreciate in food besides flavor? What other characteristics in food?
The smell.
Aroma. That's exactly right. So did you ever notice like the aroma of coffee, strong coffee in the morning? It's a pleasing aroma, okay? All right, what would be another characteristic?
The way it looks.
Appearance. You know,
She's good.
Yeah. You know, we say we eat with our eyes in food service. You know, appearance. Okay. What else?
Not sure.
Okay, class. Okay.
Texture.
Textures.
How it feels in your mouth.
That's exactly right. Pasta. You know, pasta textures. You want it to be an al dente, firm to the bite, and then the different pastas, although they're all made of the same thing, the shapes create a different mouthfeel. So texture. In this salad, you're really celebrating textures. And so we learn, when in the culinary arts, we learn to appreciate more than just flavor. And we start playing with those different characteristics.
Now, we're just going to dice a little bit of the apples. I'm going to put that right there.
Now, this is what I want to see how you're going to do.
We're just going to start it off slowly. Once we have a flat side, then we just continue. Okay?
Okay.
So not only are we want you to enjoy cooking, but have fun with it at the same time. So if we can we're just going to go ahead and dice it up like that, okay? In small chunks. And we're going to throw it in there. This is thyme.
Okay.
Not Tim's time, but our time.
Yeah. Well, and these fresh herbs, it's like Chef Manny said earlier.
Beautiful.
They bring so much flavor to a dish.
Now,
and
what I'm going to do is I'm going to go julienne this real fast.
there you go. And that flavor is what we're after in order to balance with the oil.
Now here's thyme. If I was making a sauce, I'd throw it all in there because I could always get it out. But
Yeah.
right now, we're just going to go ahead and just take some of these leaves off.
These stems are real tough. Now, you know,
mind doing that?
the basil that's growing in my herb garden right now is real tender. And so, you've shown me how to do this, but I can actually, because it's so tender, I can just dice it, just like you did that basil, and it's not little sticks. They're tender shoots.
Perfect. You know what? The oregano.
Oregano. Yep.
Beautiful. We just need a couple of sprigs of oregano, and we'll do the same thing with the oregano. Nice fresh herbs, and this is where we're using a lot
pull the
of
leaves off.
natural herbs to flavor the salad.
Allie, you're doing really well on this.
There you go, Tim. You can save that.
I love the way this smells. Aroma.
The aroma. Now we're going to add a pinch of salt.
Okay. But where's the salad dressing part come in? I want to see the salad.
And
This
then
is
we're
still
gonna
a
add-
fruit salad.
It is, but here's the fun part of it. Now we're going to cut a lemon.
Okay.
You cut that in half.
Okay. In a dressing, this is the acid.
Go ahead and squeeze the lemon in there, both sides too. And then I got a little bit of olive oil, Tim.
Okay. All right.
Okay, now that we got this, we're going to toss this around.
Okay. You're doing pretty good.
And then olive oil. I got some olive oil
Okay.
here.
Now we're
just gonna
starting
squirt
to
a little
look
olive
like
oil.
a dressing.
But we don't want too much olive oil.
Yeah.
We just want a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
And then again, this is a nice salad. Wait till we try it later on with all the fresh herbs. And then we'll let it rest a little bit. And last but not least, a little green onion.
Green onion. Yep. Yep.
And the little green onion, I'm gonna chop it up real fast.
Just move this out of the way.
We're gonna just sprinkle it right there. And then we're gonna let it sit aside, and we're just gonna let it get all the flavors combined together.
Okay.
Okay?
Allie, you did really good, except that you're going to have to quit talking so much, okay?
Okay, I'll try to.
All right. Hey, thank you for helping.
Thank you. Tim, I see you enjoying your salad, huh?
This salad is perfect. I remember when we were talking about this recipe, and you just started combining ingredients.
Well, you got to experiment and have fun at the same time.
Yeah, but you seem to have this knack to just combining the right flavors.
Just practice, a little practice, you know, but there's some recipes that are hard, there's some that are easy. Like, remember the one we did with the chocolate swan?
This is where the fun part comes in. Like I
right.
said, you could be an original. You can do whatever you want. Maybe, I mean, I was playing with chocolate. I love playing with chocolate.
All right,
know
now
what
I
mean?
want to explain what you're going to do here. Okay, so in this dessert, because when you described this dessert to me, I couldn't visualize it. So for our viewers, I want to tell them what you're going to do. You're about to make the neck and the wings and the tail of a swan. And then you're gonna make those pieces out of melted chocolate,
Exactly.
and
And
then
then I'm going to refrigerate it.
and then we'll let you show them what you're gonna do with
Exactly.
that. So, okay, so now show
two
us
ways
how
of,
to do
two
that.
ways of doing it.
Okay.
One, first we got to, how we're going to pour the chocolate in this, right?
I don't know. That's a
All
good
right,
question.
so we can do this with the same paper, wax paper roll. You just make a cone. All right? Pretty simple to make a cone.
Okay.
All right, so we'll pour the chocolate in there.
Okay.
All
You're gonna
right.
pour chocolate in there.
Not yet.
Okay.
This is one way of doing it.
All right.
Another way of doing it is that in some grocery stores, they have
Yeah.
this available,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Tim?
right. Yeah.
A nice pastry bag.
It's a pastry bag.
A nice
Yeah.
disposable pastry bag. They're thick plastic, okay?
Yes.
Remember, this is hot. It'll
Yeah.
melt.
Okay.
Okay, so this
So I
is...
can't use this.
Yeah, we can use this.
Okay. All right.
All right, so I'm going to put this right here on the side, okay?
Okay.
Now, I got a paper, what we're going to do. Now, imagine a wing. What does a wing look like? You know what I mean? It's you're creative. You're the artist.
Okay.
You draw it the way you want to do it, okay?
Okay.
Now, what I did here...
Now
I
this
went
is a
into-
good
this is-
idea.
yeah, this is a nice idea because I'm not an artist.
Yeah.
I can draw with food. I can create very nice sculptures. But I drew mine in the computer.
Okay. So
All right?
So you.
This
so
is
you-
just to give me an idea of where I want to do the chocolate.
Okay. So
Two different kinds of wings. You know, you can
Okay.
do whatever, or draw it just
now,
freehand.
now you know when we were testing this recipe, he just
I did it by
freehanded
hand.
this, and they really came out pretty
That was
good. I was
awesome. I
surprised.
mean, that's the whole idea. The reason why I want to do this because
if
what
you're
I
not
do-
good at freehand,
at freehand, what I do is just put
there
it down
you go.
here,
There you go. Okay.
and then we can kind of trace it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It
Yeah.
doesn't. I mean, that's what makes it so special. That's what makes it a special dessert.
Okay.
You took your time to do it.
Okay.
And this is where I tell you what. If I had my 6-year-old doing it, she'd have fun. Chocolate all over the place,
Yeah,
but
but
she'd
she'd
have
have
fun.
fun. That's right.
And she'd be proud of what she did. Okay.
That's right.
So,
Okay.
but we're gonna, of course, we're gonna put it like this. Okay, Tim.
Yeah.
All right. So
Now, we got our chocolate. It's melted. It looks awesome. I got a nice little spoon here. Now we mix it real good.
Oh, it is perfect.
It is perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take it out. We're going to let it cool down a little bit. Remember I said plastic and hot don't go together?
Yeah.
So we want to cool it down again. If you have one of those kitchen thermometer,
Yeah.
take the temperature, let it go down. I'm thinking about 85, 87 degrees. It's nice to
Okay.
where we can work with it. Right now it's a little too hot. So we're going to just pull it to the side right here. Okay, Tim?
Okay. All right.
I think it's ready. Now how do I know? It looks just good.
It's because you're a chef.
You know what? I could just eat this like that.
All right. Let me just so I don't. You don't want to put it over here.
No, let me
Okay.
just show you a trick when you're using the
Okay.
pastry bag.
All right. Yeah. There you go. There
You gotta
go.
fold it, okay?
Gotcha.
Fold it like this. Cover your hand.
There you go.
Make that pocket, okay? So now stick your hand in there, Tim.
Okay. All right.
Because this is gonna be your baby. I already did
Wait
yours.
a minute. You don't want
Yeah.
me to do this.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I do.
All
You're gonna
right.
show everybody you can do it.
Okay. If a dietitian can do it, anybody can do it.
No, if Tim can do it, anybody
Anybody can do it. That's exactly
That's the way
right.
it goes, right,
That's
Tim?
Right. That's
if
right.
Tim can do it, anybody can.
You didn't have to say that, you know.
But I have so much fun doing so.
That's right.
I'm
That's
enjoying
right.
this one. All right, and I even gave you something to trace.
You know I
wait
love
till
this
wait till I take that little picture out of there. Let's see how your wings look like.
I was totally impressed with yours.
But it's
right.
one of those. You see,
Okay, so you
Okay,
got enough
so-
there. All right.
now you don't make a mess.
Yeah. There
See what I
we
mean?
go.
And remember,
Okay.
chocolate goes everywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the trick to it. We're gonna
Gonna
fold
squeeze
it.
him down.
Yeah, but first we're gonna fold it.
Okay.
All right. We gotta take all the air out of here.
Okay.
And now you're gonna twist, okay? Only so that chocolate doesn't spill out.
Oh, I got
okay, because it's liquid.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So this is the best way to use it. And you're gonna put pressure here.
Okay.
Right now it's not coming out, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
So now we're gonna push it all the way to the bottom.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I said it's almost like being in the healthcare is like using the syringe to take all that
You gotta
air out.
get all the air out.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So we're good. Again,
Okay.
twist it. All right, Tim. That's all
Okay.
yours.
All right.
Now we're gonna cut the tip.
All right.
Bring it against the cutting board right here.
Okay.
All right. You got it? All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
So you really did just cut a little tip. All right.
Because we want to try it first. You
Okay.
know?
Yeah, that's right.
If it's too hot, it's very.
No, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Let's go a little bit more.
Yeah, I think you.
Yeah,
Yep,
you don't want to put too much. I don't think I even made it. There
Okay.
you go.
All right.
Now we know we're in action.
All right. Now I've
Can you
never
see
done
that?
this before. Okay.
Can you see that, Tim?
Yep, I can. All right. So I'm going to make a swan wing. Okay, this is really pretty neat. You kind of have to learn
You're
to
an
work
artist.
with the medium.
But you know. Okay, you got to make the matching because
Yeah, that's right. I got to make the
We always
matching.
got 2 of everything, right?
Yep. Yep. Okay. And this really isn't that hard. You could get your 4th grade son or daughter,
This is where the fun comes in. Tim.
and they would love to do this. Might have to have a little bit more chocolate if you have younger kids, because there's going to be some waste. Okay, what do you
Okay,
think? You
perfect.
think we're okay?
Now let me do this real quick.
All right.
You're great with that. Now we're going to do the neck.
Okay. Do the neck for us.
I'm going to do the neck. First you start off with the beak, and then of
Okay.
course the swan has a big neck, right?
Yeah.
And then it has like a question mark.
Whoa. You
Okay.
did that so well.
Like a question mark.
Yeah.
Deal?
Okay.
And then
All right.
I'm going to make your matching tail.
Okay.
So one of the things I forgot to mention, if you have a cookie pan,
Yeah. Yep. Cookie sheet. Yeah.
slide this underneath or any
Yeah.
flat surface, okay? Tim, we're going to the refrigerator.
All
We're
right.
going to let it cool down
All
to
right.
get hardened.
I want to talk a little bit about the health benefits of dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is high in antioxidants, which reduce cellular and artery damage as we age. And so when you hear the word antioxidants, it means these are molecular substances in foods that offset the aging process. They slow it down. Dark chocolate is rich in polyphenols, and these are the same substances that make red wine and green tea heart healthy. People with mild hypertension can benefit from eating small amounts of dark chocolate daily.
What do you think, Tim? Look at your
Whoa,
swan. Hey?
okay, all right.
Is that pretty or what?
It's
huh?
beautiful.
Is that a nice dessert or what?
It is.
Nice fresh strawberries, a little whipped cream, a little chocolate.
Chef
Who
Manny,
wouldn't like
you're a
that?
maestro.
You know, Tim, it's been a great year.
A great year, and I can't believe all the things we've done and all the things we've learned and all the places we went.
Memorial Cooking Innovations. Starring Tim Scallon. With Chef Manny Marini. Sponsored in part by Brookshire Brothers.
All right.
How'd
so,
you fit?
Well, let's look and see.
Let me lift it. I'll
Okay.
take care of that.
Oh, they're
looking
perfect.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
All right. These are beautiful, Manny. Okay, so you got a nice little white perch there. So,
So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna go straight from the backbone,
okay.
work my way in. Take your time.
And you're going to end up with a nice thin fillet there.
And that's what we want.
Yeah.
And you know, this is what people enjoy eating.
And that thin fillet, we're going to talk about that when we're cooking in a little bit.
The bones right here.
Okay.
Because you always ask, how do you clean a fish?
Yeah,
People tear it up,
Yeah.
kind of loose.
Yeah.
And
Because
here-
you didn't do what I thought. You didn't. I thought you were going to like cut the head off, cut the tail off. But go ahead.
This is the way I do it.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
the
yeah.
backbone is right here. So what I want to do is I want to get my knife right on the bone and just guide myself right with the
Right.
bone.
Okay.
The bone will do everything for you. Once
Okay.
you put your hand on there,
Okay.
and then you slide the bone will guide you no matter where you go.
This one's really actually a good size, huh?
This is beautiful. But you know, this is my first time going freshwater fishing.
Oh, really?
You know, I'm a saltwater
Yeah,
fisherman.
yeah.
So this was fun.
I think there are a lot of people who don't choose wine with dinner because they're just not sure which one to pick. And it is true that the world of wines is a universe that takes a lifetime to learn. But as a place to start, let's just talk about a few basic rules.
Traditionally serve white wines with chicken and fish, and red wines with beef and pork. There are exceptions to this rule, but it's a place to begin. Another good rule of thumb is to pair full flavored wines with strong flavored foods, light wines with mildly flavored foods. Fruity wines pair well with fruits and cheeses.
Okay, so the other wine that I chose was a Chardonnay. So Chardonnays, you know, Chardonnay is a world of its own. If you had a Chardonnay and you didn't like it, it doesn't mean you don't like all Chardonnays, because there are buttery, rich Chardonnays and there are fruity, light Chardonnays. And so the buttery, rich ones might go well with, for example, any cream sauce, huh? Anything made from butter. Whereas a fruity one goes well with fruit. And so this one is a California Chardonnay. So tell us what, and also Chardonnay would go good with seafood too.
Exactly. So when you tell me a Chardonnay, I'm thinking, okay, it's a mild flavor.
Yep.
So let's use something that
fairly
will bring
light
it
wine.
very light wine. So how about a shrimp sautéed with apples and mangoes, a little pineapple?
Oh,
All
you're,
right, mix it in together with a little spice.
you're talking my language.
I got a plate for you
Okay.
right here, Tim.
right.
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab this. It's still warm. And we're just
I'll
let
help
me put some of this right here. We're gonna set our plate. We're gonna decorate our plate. Let's
Okay.
just say some guests are coming over.
All right.
And even if they're not coming over, I'm having a good time doing this.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
enjoying this at home. Get the family involved. They'll
Yeah.
all enjoy it.
Yeah.
This is good, heart healthy.
Yeah.
It's all it's all natural. It's all fresh. You know, so
I know a German Shepherd that would love this.
you do.
Yeah, she lives with me.
She
Yeah,
eats
her name's
fancy?
Polly. Yeah. Well, she eats. It doesn't matter whether
What
it's
is it?
fancy or plain. Okay. Ooh, that's beautiful. All right. Okay. Now, where are you guys from?
Right in Nacogdoches.
In Nacogdoches?
What about these, Tim?
Hey, that's
Oh,
great.
man.
Nice, huh?
Saute.
Nice crisp. Oh yeah.
I'm thinking saute.
I'm thinking too. I'm
Okay.
thinking the same
All right.
thing. This will be great. We'll
Some fresh
put
olive
this
oil.
on our cart.
Okay. All right.
Excellent.
Okay. Your tomatoes are beautiful. So tell me where you're from.
Mount Enterprise, Texas.
And so all these are grown in Mount Enterprise?
Yes, in a converted chicken house.
Whoa. Okay. Well.
He's the real man of the operation.
All right. All right. Hey, I love it. Well, we'd like to use some of your tomatoes in our demonstration.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay.
Let's take these.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
You know, herbal teas, when they're made out of this kind of material, it's very high in antioxidants.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There,
Yeah.
Like I said, there's nothing better than going to the farmer's market and you got everything available.
Fresh food.
Fresh food,
flavor.
fresh soaps. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Is this cool or what?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're with Maydale Wines.
Yes, sir.
And so how long has your winery been going?
We've been a functioning winery for 9 years now.
Whoa, cool. And what different wines do you produce?
We produce predominantly fruit wines. We do, our claim to fame is our lemon and our lime.
Good summertime wine.
Yes, wonderful.
Okay, now Chef Manny, are there any of these that would work in a saute or a? Tell me what you think.
How about we taste? Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I think.
Okay, so what do you taste?
Nice garlic. Creamy.
This is just a little saying that us in the horticulture world have made up. I don't know how old it is, but the first year they sleep, the second year they creep, the third year they leap.
Sleep, creep, and leap. And so that tells me then that I don't.
Wait, I think mine are just sleeping because they ain't going anywhere.
It's the first year.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So you have 2 more years to wait, and there'll be huge, beautiful plants in 3 years.
Okay.
And that's when I start using it for the kitchen.
Hey, Tim, come on, let's go for a ride. We're gonna mix it. We didn't add too much liquid because we're gonna add the pork and the beef, okay?
Okay.
Then we're gonna saute that. But what I want to do
And
is
this isn't looking like chili to me so
Not
far.
yet.
Okay. All right.
yet.
Okay.
Okay, now we're gonna grab the pork.
Okay.
We're gonna add our pork.
All right.
Now we're kind of mixing in all the flavors together, okay?
Yeah.
A lot of times you cook the pork and the beef first,
Yeah.
but we're gonna do it separately. That way we can combine all the flavor. We're not gonna use too much, okay? Because
Yeah. Yeah.
we want to use little beef.
Yeah.
We're gonna use low sodium vegetable stock.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And in the grocery store, that looks something like this. It doesn't have to be this brand, but the key on this label is it says low sodium. Okay. And so the low sodium is important because if you use regular vegetable broth in 8 cups in this, it'll be so salty you can't eat it.
Yeah. Plus you have salt here.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. Now we use red beans
Okay.
to this one.
Yeah.
What we did was we soaked them overnight. Okay, and then
All right.
rinse them off again so we're ready. This is also going to help absorb some of the juice, make it
Okay.
thick. Okay.
Now,
So-
Chef Manny, if you were using canned beans, you'd add them at the end.
Yeah, you know them at the end, but you want to rinse them off because
Yeah,
again they're held with sodium in there. You want to try to avoid as much sodium as possible. How's the chili, guys?
Oh man, if this is eating healthy, I could get used to this.
All right, all right. Tim, would you like a little more wine?
Oh, I'd love some.
Tim, exploring food, it's a never-ending adventure. 2014, another great year.
I wonder what we're going to do this year.